so it's time for the next part of playthrough from Gran Turismo 2. Today I have second last endurance event we have in this game actually, and that's Trial Mountain Endurance Race. So for this event we need a car that doesn't have much than 300 horsepower. Luckily I have a perfect car just for the occasion. Sure, it's another time I will use Chevrolet Camaro Z28 made for 30th anniversary, but I think this particular car in this part of the series have a different gear ratio, so I will choose this car. Okay, so we have Trial Mountain Endurance Race, which is much shorter than in Gran Turismo 3. It's just a race which takes, I don't know, 50 minutes, because we have 30 laps. So let's check it out. South City, Chevrolet. All I need to buy is a set of racing hard tires and maybe traction control system, which would be fruitful. So let's check it out. Okay, we can actually buy this modification. TCS controller. Alright, so everything is just fine. So let's take it. Go race. Endurance events. And as you can see, we have only 2 events left. Trial Mountain Endurance 30 laps and Route 5. This says here all night endurance race, but as I remember right, it had only 50 laps, so I don't think so. Anyway, we need to have a car slower than 300 horsepower, and we can afford 50 million yens in Japanese version. What's interesting is that American version of this game had a patch or 2 patches, because in this event, at least in American version, I'm not so sure about Japanese and European actually, there was a possibility that one race car might actually drive with us. Well, Gran Turismo 2 was not such a good game when it comes to making a Go race, as you may probably saw it while I was making a playthrough from, for example, MR Challenge or something like that, where cars were sometimes even faster than we could actually make them. Well, it was probably because of the power multiplier rather than modifications. Well, it was Gran Turismo 2, luckily I haven't seen this in other Gran Turismo. Okay, so we have Trial Mountain Circuit. Let's check out what we have here. Okay, so gearbox might be long, but I think I will get on with that. Whatever, we have 30 laps, so there's a possibility I will pass this race. Let's go. Okay, so as you can see, this is Japanese version. We have only street cars. Actually, that's really interesting, because I thought I will see cars such as Mazda RX-7 Infini or something like that. It turns out this Trial Mountain Endurance actually uses cars suitable for Class B. That means, Class B. Actually, we have Lotus Elise from Class A, but also I saw Alfa Romeo 166, Fiat Barchetta, Giovanni Due, or rather that's the older version, and also Citroën Xantia. And what's very interesting is the fact that I am driving Chevrolet Camaro Z28, which actually have better gear ratio, because as you can see, gear number 6 is set at 500, half, so it's overdrive if I'm not mistaken. But as you can see, it's completely different than in Gran Turismo 1, where with this configuration, second gear started at approximately 110 kilometers. Here actually with this gear ratio something else happened, and we have, for example, a second gear at 90 kilometers, but fourth is at 180, for example. So that's just perfect. We have only 30 laps in this endurance event, so I will luckily pass it. I also had a strange idea to pass this endurance event and Route 5 because I thought, why not? At first I thought I might as well just pass Dream Car Championship and Polyphony Digital Cup during this August, but as you can see, I decided also to make this endurance event, and then I will take Dream Car Championship to render, because I made a supply of this whole championship. I recorded it, supply of those recordings, everything that I need from Gran Turismo 3, so that's actually very good. Alright, so as you may see, this entrance event would be very easy. I thought I would race with cars from Class B, but I meant, I don't know, Nissan Silvia S15, Mazda Infiniti 3, maybe even Mazda RX-7 FD. This Type RS or something like that. But instead, as you can see, I am taking this endurance, then I will take care of Dream Car Championship, Polyphony Digital Cup. Also we have all night at Route 5, but this luckily might be very easy. So luckily after seeing this endurance race, you might see what I've done with Gran Turismo 3. Guess why not? I'll just finish all these games, both games, before the end of this year, so no trouble. I am only wondering why I have problems with recording. Okay, I haven't got anything actually opened up, but it turns out I had some thing in my register or something like that. It closed up because it was probably a crash or a glitch or something, and it just didn't turn off permanently. Okay, so I can honestly say that what's very interesting is this endurance probably is one of the shortest you can actually afford on PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 before. In Gran Turismo 6 we only had, if I'm not mistaken, 10 laps endurance race at Apricot Hill or at Suzuka, or 20 minutes challenges. And even what's so funny, first 24 minutes at Le Mans and Nürburgring Nordschleife. But as you can see here, we have, well, 30 laps at Tria Mountain. In Gran Turismo 1 I remembered 2 rounds, because we have normal and reversed version of Special Stage Route 11 endurance race, which also had 30 laps, and in Gran Turismo 3 we had Seattle 100 miles roadster endurance, which had 40 laps around Apricot Hill, and also Super Speedway 150 miles. Okay. Alright. I'm actually curious what will happen with this. I had Dream Car Championship to render and to care of some stuff with it, just to be sure. Then I have Polyphony Digital Cup, which will probably take me, I don't know, over 5 hours, maybe. Then Like the Wind, which is very easy, if I have a chance to acquire a perfect car actually, in Dream Car and Polyphony Digital Cup. And also I have Formula GT Final Championship, which luckily ain't gonna be very difficult because I have FO94H unlocked after passing all endurance events a few months ago. Okay, lap number 7, 10 minutes actually passed from this endurance, even though we are racing with very slow cars actually. I am a bit surprised that Citroën Xantia, Ford Bacchetta and all those vehicles are still not so far from me. Just remind you, this is lap number 7, 10 minutes of this endurance race. I am still not close enough to all those opponents. I am racing in Chevrolet Camaro applied with V8 engine, which have 280 horsepower. Opponents are Fiat Barchetta, Citroën Xantia, Lotus Elise Sport 190 probably, I'm not so sure if this is 190, could be this S model, but yeah, that's very interesting. Turns out those cars are heavily modified. Okay, almost 13 minutes of this endurance race. Finally, I am getting a bit closer to opponents at 5th and last place. Let's see what will happen. What kind of opponents I have nearby? Okay, so the opponent at the last place is Citroën Xantia. And then I will probably have MGF. Is that right? Nope. This looks like Alfa Romeo 166. Okay. That's really interesting. 14.5 minutes. Start of number 10. I had at least 2 opponents overtaken twice. next opponent is driving okay. This is a BMW 328i Saloon. Okay, so another opponent overtaken at the end of lap number 11. Okay, that was my bad attitude driving through this tunnel. What was also interesting, it turns out I passed more opponents. Possibly somebody got to a pit stop to change his tires. Because I had seen I overtook only 3 opponents. Citroën Santia. There was also BMW 3 Series and Alfa Romeo 166. Okay, so it turns out one opponent I have nearby is the final piece of the puzzle. Because I think I saw also MGF and Fiat Barchetta is definitely one of opponents. Okay, as it turns out, even though I have racing hot tires, it looks like I should go to a pit stop sooner or later, because luckily I am far away from opponents, far enough to go to pit stop, but it looks like even racing hard tires, actually we don't have super slick tires like in Gran Turismo 3, that's a real shame. I only had driven on this track for 22 minutes, now my tires are overheated. Yeah, I bought racing hard tires. That's very interesting. Okay, there is one good thing about overheated tires in Gran Turismo 2. Right now I can make power slides with this heavy American muscle car. Okay, I got it too wide. Okay, this was definitely not a Fiat Barchetta. However, I did not get a chance to see it because it was a low poly model. Okay, it turns out I will have to make a pit stop at this lap because those tires are not only in a very bad state, they are actually almost burned out, which is not just bad, it's actually horrifying. Okay, so let's make a pit stop. Okay, it works. I've rode with that section, but I had no idea if this actually works. Strangely enough, in Gran Turismo 2 we have pit work in a closed garage. We passed all those open garages and took the closed one. Had no idea why it happened. Whatever. Okay, so I luckily took care of problem with the tires. Now I need to drive fast in order to win this endurance race. I don't know what happens with my emulator because I closed all other applications and stuff. Okay, here is Fiat Barchetta. And my strange way of taking care of some corners. As you can see, this Fiat Barchetta is actually maybe even full modified, or this power multiplier is beyond the scale. I don't know. Above the scale, beyond the scale, who cares? Whatever. One thing you can see, Fiat Barchetta is really fast. My Camaro have 280 horsepower. Sure, there is a power weight ratio, but no Fiat Barchetta is that fast. Okay, I also thought that this endurance event might take only 45-48 minutes, but actually, as you can see, judging by the best lap time I have, turns out this endurance event might take even 50 minutes in total. Okay, that's very good. I hope at least that the prize car will be a good one. start of lap number 28, I overtook Alfa Romeo 166. And it turns out I might have less than 50 minutes in total right now, because I have lap number 28. It's 2 out of 3rd, and as you can see I have only 33 minutes. Almost 33 minutes, so this is a nice show actually. Also, luckily my emulator now is not glitching out. I would really need to do something about that. I don't know if this is because of an overheat or something else. I'm not using my computer that often. Alright, only 8 laps to finish this race. One thing that's really bad about this particular race is the fact that even though it's the shortest endurance you can have here, it's also one of the most boring. Because we are supposed to drive a car with power output lower than 300 horsepower. It turns out that in this race we don't even have Japanese cars, but vehicles such as Alfa Romeo 166, Citroën Xantia and such, which obviously I'd rather see in, that's an irony, ROM 2 hours endurance, because those are European cars. But no, in this particular ROM 2 hours endurance rather than in Gran Turismo 3 we have LM edition cars, and in Real Mountain endurance we actually have very slow European cars. I just don't get it. Maybe you are. Maybe you have a solution for this. A good theory, reason, anything. Whoa, that was perfect. but not before this crash. This Camaro will not be such in good shape, after this. Okay, that actually was good. Not only I saved it, but it was spectacular. However, I'm really right now feeling like I should just finish this endurance. Because, as I said earlier, you have only 30 laps, but these slow opponents are not so good for this. Hopefully, Route 5 endurance race, if I'm not mistaken, again have LM edition vehicles. And this looks much more like an endurance from Gran Turismo 3. I meant this Route 11 from Gran Turismo 3 rather than Route 11 in Gran Turismo 1, because we had actually very fast race cars in round 1, but round 2 had Subaru Impreza, Honda NSX, Nissan Skyline GTR, Mazda RX-7 and such. So, well, yeah, all-night race at Route 5 would actually have LM edition vehicles without anything else. No changes, nothing. Okay, maybe I made a bad example, because Route 11 Endurance Racing Gran Turismo 1 also had LM edition cars. I just thought about this round 2, which I remembered better. That was a very nice lap time. A huge difference before another one. Alright. Guess it's time to overtake. Wait, we had BMW. So wait, I am overtaking Citroën Xantia again? Or is this another car? Okay, only 3 laps to finish this race, and I see now that I made a huge mistake. It was not an MGF. I forgot about Lotus Elise, probably. Which now also overtakes Xantia, so Xantia is a very slow car. Okay. I haven't MGF, so maybe that's my mistake. I don't know, whatever. Even if it is, it doesn't really matter to me. Only 3 laps and I am out. The prize, first place, everything else. Okay, that is interesting. Turns out it might be actually Lotus Elise Sport 190 or a full modified S model. I don't know, but it's too fast. Okay, only 2 laps left. I have a chance to pass this endurance race before having 50 minutes. Okay, just 1 lap. Okay, I also had just for the end a small cutoff before because I had some other stuff on my disk, had to clear out it. Just some stuff for the future, because I had some free time. I decided I might as well do it. I can do it on my computer, even though I will need to gain budget for a new one. But finally I'm done with this race. Okay, so we actually had, as I thought, Lotus Elise 111S, Fiat Barchetta, BMW 328 Ci, that means 328 Coupe, Alpha 166 and Citroën Xantia. Okay. Let's just take the price car. Everything else. Alright. I got a new car. I hope it's a good one. Saving the game file. Alright. Time to check out the price car. Okay, it's a race car and interesting. Even though this endurance was probably the worst race I took part in Gran Turismo 2, beside of few how could I say, cheated events such as MR Challenge, last race, and something else. The price car is actually good. Toyota Denso SARD Supra from 1999. Okay, that's actually good. But I'm more curious what will happen at All Night Route 5 entrance race, because I really hope there I would have a lot of fun. So, I'm done for now and I need to take a long break. I'll just pass this All Night Route 5 maybe next week, and then I'll just need to take care of Grand Valley World League and Event Synthesizer. Maybe check out my home garage, even though I sold a lot of cars because of one make events. And I'm done with Gran Turismo 2, just like with Gran Turismo 3, soon. Okay, so stay tuned for the next video, and have a nice day. Or night.